Hey, it's Mickey. So I got some games I played here. I'll go ahead and get this one real quick. This is a burn matchup. Historically one of the worst matchups. And this is in the list where I took out the sun droplets in the main. So, what am I doing? Yes. So I keep the hand. I wasn't sure what I was playing against, but I saw the 2 duress. I was able to play the duress. And I've got something in case it's like Tron or Twin or something, the needle. And I have, if I get a blue mana, then I can turn on those ruins and just go at it. So I do the duress, and that's when I realized my opponent's on burn. I was like, oh no! So I saw wooded foothills in my opponent's hand too. I wasn't sure if I should lay the needle on the foothills to slow down my opponent. Surgical isn't so great here. Now I could have done surgical on the lava spike, but I also milled a lava spike. So instead I just used the duress on it. I probably should have just used the extraction on the lava spike and duress for another burn spell later on, in hindsight. But so opponent's doing some damage here. And alright, so I get a spell bomb and I'm like, okay, I can take out that Eidolon if I get a red mana to turn on the spell bomb. And at this point, I know if I need to draw a bridge in order to survive, and I'm probably already dead to burn, so I'm just kind of hoping at this point. But here I realize no matter what, I've lost the game because of that Pyromancer too. So I concede and go to game 2. Now in this build I have a whopping holy crap, I got a ton of cards to sideboard against burn. I sideboard in Pyroclasm, Welding Jars, Sun Droplets, full set of Sun Droplets, a Sunbeam Spell Bomb, and I side out most of the combo, actually. I still have a couple of, like 3 Lanterns and 3 Shredders in the main, but yeah, and I side out Needles. So I'm happy with this hand because of all the discard, and I figure I'll draw in. But yeah, if you see this, I got the ruins, I got blue mana, I got Sunbeam Spellbomb. So I'm like, oh gosh, this could be good. But my opponent is, doing a lot of damage to me real quick. I thought long and hard here about what I should play, on this turn, but I go for the duress to take out the Helix. And so now my opponent has 4 damage plus the Helix, or Rift Bolt in hand. So that's 7 damage plus another 3 on top. I'm like, oh man. So down to 4, and that Mox Opal on top is fantastic. So I lay the bridge and I do a duress just to empty my hand, and I know I'm going to take 3 from the bolt. And I'm like, you know what? It's fine. I force my opponent to bolt by playing the Spellskite. My opponent can't attack anyways, but I just drop the Inquisition just in case. Now, fortunately, I have a way to take care of Eidolon thanks to the Spell Bomb, the Pyrite Spell Bomb. Here I grab a land so I can start recurring Sunbeam Spell Bomb over and over and over. Now, the Revelry on top, I have a Snaring Bridge on top, so if they try for the Snaring Bridge, I can redirect the Spellskite anyways, and I can recur Spellskite if I really need to. But here I just recur Sunbeam Spellbomb over and over and over, and eventually if I have to, recur the Spellskite if my opponent has removal on top, and I'm just gaining a ton of life. My opponent concedes because I'm gaining more life than he or she can deal damage. So game 3, that sideboard really helped out there. So this hand I keep because the Pyroclasm, I have a way to get rid of all those creatures and try to drop some burn. So, and I have the ruins and the opal. So I'm like, okay, it might get there. Now I played the ruins instead of the Glimmer Void first in case I didn't want to get blown out by my opponent. I know my opponent's trying to bait me into doing the spell bomb here. I'm like, fine, because my opponent doesn't know I have Pyroclasm, so it's fine. So go ahead and get rid of that bolt. Grab a bridge and the Shredder. I know my opponent can only attack for 2 unless he or she top decks like a Goblin Guide or something, in which case Pyroclasm is even better. So I do the bridge because now I know my opponent's probably doing the math and like, okay, he's going to have like 1 card in hand. So So he's hoping to attack with elementals, I'm assuming. But he is dealing a ton of damage to me here. But then the Pyroclasm just seals it off. So now my opponent has to draw like non-stop burn. But I have a Spellskite, and then I end up drawing into a Lantern, one of the 3 I left in the deck. So now all I gotta do is self-mill into answers and mill to keep my opponent off of stuff, which isn't too hard, it turns out, when all of the creatures in my opponent's deck are dead. And then I just draw more Shredders, digging and drawing more Shredders too. Now I have yet to get any life gain in this game, but it's okay. You know, I'm still doing okay. Yeah, I probably should have recurred the spell bomb there, but it's okay. And this, I thought about that, and I went ahead and recurred the spell bomb this time. So just making it so my opponent draws nothing but dead cards. Kill off any Eidolons.
Are you calling my order?
Yeah,
Pizza?
it's fine.
I'm trying to get pizza.
I don't know.
Go.
That's my wife, everybody. So, yeah, I get the Sun Droplet. And that, I mean, at this point, it's got to be game, and my opponent does concede. So, post-sideboard, this build is fantastic. And I just side out, like I said, all the Go Caller's bows, 1 Lantern, and the bow surgical extractions, and 1 Codex Shredder, and I just side in a ton of stuff against burn. And it ends up getting there, because it's just so much to overcome, just slowing down their clock. So that's a burn matchup I just played. And thanks for watching.